Hello, we are live, and we are here to discuss Elatsoe. Why are you laughing? By Darcie Little Badger, which was our December book for Faes and Gaze. Wait, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but I like the timer didn't show up until now, so I don't know if it actually caught what I first said, but whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, we read this in December. We don't remember anything, but it's all gonna be fine.
Yeah, we'll do our best to
We will try.
Yes.
have those memories come back.
Yes. So who want to give the synopsis? I don't know how to describe this book. It's like yeah.
That's a good question.
I can try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've also been saying the name of the book wrong this whole time. I didn't know it was Elatsoe. I thought it was just Elatsoe. So I've been calling it the wrong thing the whole time. But anyway, so it's about a teenager named Elatsoe who can communicate with ghosts. And so somebody close to them ends up getting murdered. And so the book is kind of like Elatsoe going on like this detective case to figure out how this person got murdered and like if there was like malicious intent or anything, and kind of not get vengeance, but get like justice for them in a way. And it's also about Elatsoe like learning more about her own history. And yeah, I don't know if that's like a very brief synopsis of it. I don't know if I did it justice, but
I mean, that's basically it, I guess.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So what did you guys think of it, and what did you rate it?
Good question.
What did I rate it?
What did I rate it?
What did I rate it?
I think I gave it a 3.5, but like I remember saying, yeah, I gave it a 3.5, but if I was going to rate it on Goodreads, I would up it to a 4 because it's like the higher end of a 3.5 rather than the lower end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did the same. I think I gave it 3.5 and then I like rounded up to 4.
Let's see. I gave it a 4 ? Which doesn't make any sense, but to me it makes sense, which is probably closer to like a 3.8, but I was like, that sounds stupid, so I just gave it a 4.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah.
Sarah in the comments said she gave it 3.5 too. So it seems to be like we're all like in the same place-ish.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Because for me it wasn't like amazing, but it wasn't bad either.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was fun, but it wasn't like the greatest thing I ever read.
Yeah.
So like you
kind
of ended up in the middle.
I definitely found that I was enjoying my time reading it, and I didn't feel like picking it up was like a chore or anything.
Yeah.
Like it was enjoyable. And I felt like it went by pretty quickly too when I was reading it. So that was a good sign.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's funny, when I was reading it, I was like while I was reading it, I'm like, wow, this is good. This is good. And then the minute I stopped reading it, I never wanted to pick it up. I'd always pick up other books. And then I remembered, I was like, I need to finish this book. And then when I was reading it, I'm like, why did I put it down? Like, it's so good. And I was like,
yeah, it's very like, it's really like approachable, I would say, writing. So like you really like flow into the story. Yeah. Someone said, yeah, I did enjoy it, but it wasn't like I couldn't put it down or anything.
I loved one sec, I'm trying to find an example.
Erik being prepared with examples.
Well, I was just going to say, I did really like all the little like chapter heading illustrations.
Yeah, I was showing those off.
I thought that was really cool that they like had those throughout the book, because it's like another little element that adds to like, the aesthetics of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and really... all of them were different, so it was fun.
Like, I like this one the most, I think.
Yeah, that's the one like right on in the front.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's pretty. And then Under the Dust Jacket.
Oh, I can't check that. Like mine's a library copy.
The little dogs. Yeah, and then the back is just gray, but like I thought that was really cool. I liked that.
That's cute.
Sarah said, love the illustration, but I couldn't quite connect them to what was happening in each chapter. It's almost like the illustrations tell their own story as the book goes.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think they were necessarily trying to connect the illustrations to the chapters. Like, I didn't find that they really did either.
No,
No, not
but it
at
was
all.
still like atmospheric to the story.
I think they were
Yeah.
just pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your guys' favorite character? If you remember any characters.
Does
Not
Kirby
asking.
the ghost dog count as a favorite character?
Absolutely.
Of
Because
course.
he was adorable and I loved him.
I just realized 2 books in a row there was a ghost dog that we read. Because the last one we read,
Oh, yeah.
Whispering Daria, it was also ghost dog.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Also, why like every book we read, there is like death and necromancy. In literally every book we read for this book club, there's always like necromancy and death and ghosts, like in every single one almost.
Oh
Well,
my
that
god.
makes it fun.
Yeah.
We like
But,
death,
like-
apparently.
Yeah. Like Face and Gaze and Death should be our name.
Face against death. The Death Club.
Yes. But yeah. What to say? Like, I think since we're in non-spoilers right now, there's other things you guys want to say before we dive into spoilers.
I really liked how the myths and legends were like woven in through the story. I mean, sometimes it was kind of weird. Like, I don't know if this is like a spoiler because it happened like on page 50. But when like Elatsoe fell into the river and then like immediately after was like, and here we're gonna talk about a myth, and I was just like, okay, it was kind of jarring the way we stopped like that. But other than that, I really liked how the myths and legends were like woven into the story.
Yeah. You're like, yeah. What do you guys think about like the queer representation? Because it wasn't like really in center at all. It was like mentioned, I think, in like one paragraph.
Yeah. I thought it was okay. Like, it wasn't, yeah, it definitely wasn't like the highlight of the book, but it was interesting to read about. It was interesting to learn that, is this spoilery if I like talk about the main character? Sexuality?
No, that's not a spoiler.
Oh,
Like,
okay. It was cool to learn about the main character like being asexual as it like is revealed throughout the book. I thought that was really interesting because like I didn't know that going into it, and then all of a sudden it was revealed and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And it was interesting to see like their relationship with their best friend. I thought that was like a really like heartwarming relationship, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
True.
I also personally haven't like read many books with like asexual rep in it, so like I don't have like the best understanding of like different characters being portrayed that way, but I did really enjoy this one, and I thought that it was cool.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, it isn't that many books with asexual main characters, like as other, like other queer rep, which is why we should read more.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, yeah.
I would definitely be open to that.
So.
Yeah. I also like how it was like her being asexual really wasn't a big deal. It was just kind of like a fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it was just like, yeah, she's ace, and so what? Let's get on with the story.
Yeah.
Which is nice to see because sometimes, someone's like sexuality could take up like a huge part of the story or a lot of that. And sometimes, you just want a passing mention. You're just like, all right, cool. I'm glad we know. Let's get on with it.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't need to be like a big thing, but it also can be. And those stories are also good, but you can have both.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah.
True.
Not going on like the sexuality part, but like I also enjoyed that this world was so like mystical. Like there were different things that you would encounter. Like I wasn't sure if it was based on like our world, because all of a sudden you're getting like vampires put in there, and then all of a sudden there's like not zombies. There's like fairies, like fae, folklore and stuff like that. So it was just, I don't know, it was cool that there were so many different elements thrown into the book.
Yeah.
To like have that. I don't know.
I think it's definitely like a lot was not a lot, but some was taken from like indigenous myths and legends because the author is indigenous. So, but I am like not known to them, so I would know like what exactly like the author took from that. But yeah. Someone said there was a great part where someone assumed Elatsoe would be having children, and she was like, "Oh, no, that won't be happening." And the person did argue with her about it. Yay, that's great, because they're always like, "You change your mind, you will get children." There's always people like that. So yeah, everyone liked it was just a passing detail, and it wasn't a coming out story. So it was just like, yeah.
I also really liked that Elatsoe had like such an affinity for graphic novels.
Yeah.
Oh
I thought
yeah, that was
cool.
great. That was great.
cool.
That was me growing up as a child, and her cousin passing down like boxes of graphic novels to her was exactly how it was for me. Like my cousin was the one that got me into graphic novels and passed down like his old boxes to me for me to read through. So I definitely like felt a connection to her character in that way.
That's really cool.
True. And then like all the parents also had like their own genres they like to read, and they're like, this is my section of the bookshelf.
Yeah,
my
that was really
section.
fun.
Which I think is cute, yeah.
And her mom had like YA and fantasy, and I was like, that's my section.
Tag yourself on this.
Oh yeah, I really liked her parents. Like, I think it's a lot of like these type of books, like the parents are really distant, but they were like there the whole time. They believed her a lot. They listened to her. They were a bit like, you need to calm down because this is dangerous. But like they were like really solid parents, and I really enjoyed that. Like they had a really good and healthy relationship.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
They were the best.
Yeah, wish we had that. No, joking.
No, and like also bouncing off that, anytime that like Elatsoe would be like, okay, I know I have this dream about the killer. Not going to talk too much about it, but other than she had a dream about the killer, and her dad was like, yeah, I believe you. Let's go. Cross country road trip, not cross country, cross Texas road trip. Let's go. And there was like they never once doubted her, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we got like more of her dad in the book, because like he was only really in like the beginning and then a little bit in the end, but wasn't really present that much in the middle. And like I really liked his character, so I wish he was there a little more, but that's just a small thing.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, do we want to go into spoilers, or is it too soon?
It's been like 12 minutes.
Has it only been?
I looked up, I'm like, it looks like it's been about 12, 13 minutes. We can.
Yeah. Well, we can look at the comments first. It says, it was refreshing to see her actually communicate with her parents instead of having to keep it secret. That's true.
True.
That's true. Definitely felt like they treated her a lot younger than she was. 17, I think. She kind of acted younger, to be fair. Yeah. She didn't feel 17. I thought she was like 12.
I thought she was like 14, like just getting into high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that too.
But that might just be because a lot of the times in YA, they feel really old. So here's like the opposite. Like, because when you read a YA book and they're like 15, they literally act like they're 25.
Right.
So maybe here she was like actually acting her age. I don't know.
I was gonna say like the book definitely felt kind of like middle grade more than YA, and that's probably why. It's because when we read YA, like those characters are definitely acting and making decisions that would be made by somebody a lot older.
Yeah.
So yeah, that totally makes sense.
I actually thought it was a middle grade book, but apparently it's not.
I did too.
Yeah, but because it looks like a child on the cover, so I assumed it was a middle grade.
Yeah, and when I was looking for it at the bookstore, like I went to the middle grade section and couldn't find it, and then there was like one copy left in the YA section, but it was like very hidden. It was hard to find.
Yeah. I just like that the author didn't force a romance and just settled for a deep friendship. That's true. Sarah, wait, it's not middle grade.
Well, the author actually confirmed, he was either on Twitter or an interview, I don't remember, that she thought that Darcie Little Badger was aromantic. Like, she didn't explicitly put it in the story, but that, like, you know what I mean? Just like she thought that that's what Elatsoe was, so it makes sense that they didn't put romance in the story.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Do you think that maybe because like we're so trained to see, or not trained, but we're so used to like having a romance in the story that by having that romance, that's how we feel like the characters are older. And maybe because there was no really romance, that's why, like another reason why it felt like they were such younger characters. I don't know if
Oh,
that makes
that's
sense.
true.
I
That's a
can see
good
that.
point. There's one part of the story I don't get though. Like I don't understand it.
Okay.
I don't know
Ooh,
if it's
I'm
a
excited
spoiler.
I'm excited to hear about what
What is
part
it?
it is.
Like it has bugged me since I read it.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's a spoiler. So I think we should like it's a bit spoiler, like a tiny bit. Because it happens like mid book.
We can jump
I think
into
we're-
spoilers. I'm okay
Yeah.
with
We
that.
got
So if
time.
people are here and haven't read it, then you gotta leave. If people watch this later, you gotta leave. So it's like not a big deal, but it bothers me a lot. So you know, she goes with her dad all the way down to Texas or whatever. I don't even know where they are to go to the funeral, and she wants to come because she wants to investigate. And you know, she leaves her best friend. She says bye bye to him, right?
Yes.
But then later they meet up at the library. Did he go all the way down to Texas? And how? And where does he stay?
Oh, I think it explained it. That
But did I? Because I don't remember.
I can't remember. I feel like it did too, but now I'm like.
he used like this like portal thing
What?
to go from one spot to the next. Yeah, it was like this magical
I don't remember
like
this.
portal thing that I'm pretty sure. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he like took like a magical portal from place to place.
I
Because he did
remember
this.
a portal existing, but I don't remember him going through the portal.
Yeah, because he did. Yeah, it was like a fairy ring. Yeah,
What? I missed
Because-
this completely. I was like, how is this dude here? Didn't
because
he
it
live
was
like somewhere
revealed.
else?
Yeah.
It was
Some-
revealed later on that he was like
Oh right, yeah.
he was part Fae, I think, or like an ancestor, or he had Fae ancestors, so he had it like in his blood, and so he could like use this thing.
I found the chapter in the page.
Wow,
It was
that
on
was
chapter
fast.
12, and immediately starts off with fairy rings for fickle things. And then the on page 128 at the beginning, it says Jay and his auntie had plenty of ring travel experience. So their trip was quick and uneventful.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jay and his aunt traveled to McAllen, which funny enough, I know where that is. Not close to me, I know where it is. But
So I read this book and I was just like sitting
chapter
here
12.
and I was like, where did this dude come from? Didn't he just leave him? I was so confused.
Sometimes you just,
I mean,
like,
to be
zone
fair,
out
they
while
explained
reading.
it in like 2 paragraphs.
And that was
So-
it. Yeah.
If you read those 2 paragraphs quickly, you could have missed it easily, you know?
Oopsie.
So I get that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, what do you guys think about like the bad guy? He like killed, you know, her cousin,
Mhm.
and then there were some vampires.
Mhm.
Something.
I found it very weird that the vampires were just like thrown in there.
They're
Yes.
like, you know, why not? Add them in the end.
They were literally just like, weren't they like standing in a yard for like some, like guards, kind of? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a good vampire, but like it just felt like kind of out of place.
True.
But I don't know. It's still all right. I like more like the badass vampires that are gonna like rip your throat out.
Mhm.
And these
like
I
Edward
get-
Cullen.
Yeah. No.
I was thinking more of Interview with the Vampire moment.
although you do say that, and I literally just watched like a TikTok the other day of like the Breaking Dawn fight at the end, and I was like, wow, they do get pretty intense in this.
Well,
forgot
I
all
am
about
even
that.
worse because I literally watched Twilight yesterday.
I kind of want to rewatch it.
Listen.
I feel no shame, like I want to.
I feel no
Twilight is a
shame either.
vibe.
Yes.
Especially like the
you know,
blue
the whole-
tint.
I watch 1 and 2 and I'm in the middle of 3,
Oh my gosh.
which I'm gonna go and watch after this live.
I feel like I'm the minority in this one because I know a lot of people hated this book, but I really like New Moon because it's so like angsty,
dramatic.
and I think it was just because I was a teenager and I was angsty when I read that book, so I feel like I just have that connection to it from the time. If I watched
can't
it
believe
now, I
we're
would probably hate it.
I can't believe you're sitting here like talking about Twilight by an author that is indigenous, and then we have Stephanie Meyer like literally driving over a whole indigenous tribe.
Yeah, I know.
Cancel us.
The-
Cancel us.
Yeah, that like the theme is not like we are sorry. We are sorry.
I learned that after I
Cover
read
me.
the books, and I was like, "Ooh, this is not good." Stephanie,
Yeah,
why?
And can we talk about the Jacob in the movies? It's not even indigenous. That's all I gotta say.
The day I found that, I felt like I was just gaslit by the whole world.
Yeah,
I was
same.
like-
Yeah, they literally just put him on there because they're like, "Oh, this guy's got a pretty face."
I was like, he's not mixed at all. He's
No.
full on.
Oh God.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They really missed out on the representation there of like actual.
Well,
indigenous
Stephanie
people.
Meyer didn't want any POC in the movies. She was just like, everyone needs to be white, unless
She
they are
said-
villains.
She really said POC. I don't see him like that.
She was only okay with one of the vampires being POC if he was
And-
a villain.
And they had to be evil. They couldn't be good.
Yeah. Either way, back to actual
Alright,
the
yeah.
book.
Yeah, back to the book.
We can talk about Twilight later. It's fine. Elatsoe's ability to resurrect animals reminded me of Frankenweenie. I haven't watched Frankenweenie, I think.
Oh, the Tim Burton movie? Who's
think it
another
is Tim
person
Burton.
who doesn't like POC.
Wait,
Anyway.
he does it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said that that POC don't fit his aesthetic.
Oh, that's like a
Someone.
big eye
Oh
roll.
my God! I
there.
didn't know
It's like, come
Taylor
on.
was white.
I'm sorry that you had to find out this way, but no,
Yeah.
Taylor Lautner is fully white.
Yes, and it is.
He's
Either
white
way.
with a tan.
Yes. Either way. For a while, I wasn't sure it was going to be vampires. Thought maybe there'd be some weird cult. Same. I thought they were cult
Yeah.
at first,
I
and
thought
then
so.
they were
Yeah.
vampires. Yeah, yeah.
I thought the cult would make like. Well, I mean, they kind of were like a little bit of a cult, but like
Yeah,
it would
that's
make more
true.
sense if they went in that direction instead of just
Mhm.
like pulling vampires into it. But
Yeah.
So I will be honest. I don't actually remember what happened in the end. I think the dog died, and then he came back all the way in the end. And then there was like a battle with the vampires, but I don't remember what happened to the evil dude. Did he die or did he go to prison?
Ellie took him to not the Shadow Realm, the what is it called? Underworld?
yeah,
Shadow.
the place
Yeah.
that she like accidentally traveled to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When
She
she
kind
was
of just
playing with
left
her
him
like ghost
there.
pet.
Yeah. Kind of, like that scene in Hercules, the Disney Hercules,
Yes.
where like at the end that Hercules, Hades was like in the pool and everyone's like on top of him like, you did this to me. That's what I kind of imagined that part at the end was going to be like. Where all of his like the people who he wronged was like, you
But
evil
so
man.
did she kill him? Then she kind of killed them. So she like
Yeah, pretty much.
so she just killed them. And she was like, okay, fine, whatever. I mean, same. That's a mood.
And
Yeah,
she
she
brought
pretty much
that
killed
like giant like ghost mammoth to come like
Mhm.
wreak havoc. I thought that was kind of cool too.
We love the ghost mammoth.
I liked all the different little. Well, you already said like the mythology, but like I liked when she talked about her like great grandmother and stuff too, and like went on. Like,
Yeah.
they like did little ventures into like her life as well. I thought that was
Yeah, and I also had like references to grandma because like she also had like those kind of abilities or something, or like an ancestor at least. Wasn't it like that? And then it was like also like their land and then
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was like my favorite part of the whole book
Yeah.
is when the vampires were coming after them, and then her mom was like, "Actually, this is our land. So back the f up."
Yeah,
and,
she's
then,
like, back up, bitch. Like,
and then the vampire was like, "Oh my god, I'm dying." I thought
love
that was my favorite part. I thought that was so awesome.
Yeah, and then they tried to do it later, and they were like, "Well, actually, you can't do it here."
Yeah.
And she was like,
they were like, a
Yeah.
part of the contract, it says you can't do this.
"But yeah."
That was
So I
good.
think overall, like what's to say, like the conflict itself, like her fighting this dude, was like the least interesting part of the story because I just think like the journey there was fun and like the mythology and the adventures and the mystery. But I think like the conflict and like I was gonna say the battle was just like, this is not what I care for in a way. But like of course it needed a conclusion.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I would
Also
say
think-
like the. Sorry, you could go.
No, I was just gonna say I also think it definitely could have a sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say that like the beginning journey part kind of felt like the same, I guess, vibe that I would say like a Scooby-Doo mystery feels like. Like it feels like, like fun, campy energy. We're just going through, we're having fun. I know someone died, but we're trying to, it felt fun and it felt like it was low stakes, even though I know it wasn't. But
I mean, it did feel like low stakes, kind of, even though it wasn't. But yeah. Oh my god! Then we had like the mom to like not the mom, the wife. Sorry, that wanted to resurrect her husband, and she was like, "Take him back!" And I was just like, "Are we getting another necromancy book?"
Yeah.
But didn't she manage to do it in the end? He came back, didn't he?
yeah.
I don't think so.
Maybe?
Did he come back?
No, he just talked to her in like her dreams. That's what I'm mixing it up.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
I know they
yeah.
talked.
Yeah, they talked. Yes.
That's good at least. She gets some closure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I can totally understand her going to Elatsoe and like begging to like bring him back because like obviously that was her husband, so she was very distraught and like I can understand her grief in that moment. But yeah, that would be like really hard to ask that of somebody when you know that they like shouldn't do it, but you're still like you're just so deep in that grief that you're like you just want to see that person again. So yeah, like I can understand her perspective from that, but yeah, it would have been hard for Elatsoe because she's kind of put in that position where she's like, I know I can do this, but like it's bad if I do, so I don't want to. Don't want to like ruin the image of the cousin because then he'll be like evil.
Yeah.
But,
exactly.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Someone said, I thought the whole thing about switching wounds on the body or whatever, like imagine how gruesome that would be in an adult book.
Yeah.
I think I missed this part too.
Yeah, no, that was what
That was
Dr. Alderman. Yeah, Dr. Alderman was doing.
Oh yeah. That's why he was evil. Because he wanted to live for a long time. So he just like
switch people's wounds pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is totally like that's really messed up.
I know, like that's such a weird like a concept to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hey, can you take my cancer? No.
That's exactly where my brain was like, I have leukemia, but like I don't really want it. Do you want it? Like, here you
go. Yeah.
That's where people will probably take it up on it if like a desperate person would, for example, like take it if like his family got money or something, because like if they were really poor. So like it would definitely work in a world where people would take sick with diseases from others for money.
Yeah.
Because capitalism.
Like, hey,
yeah.
Like it'd be like, hey, give my mom 10 grand and I'll take like your broken leg or something. You know what I mean? Like it makes sense because I would probably do that too. Like I won't even lie. Like
you can shoot me in the. I can take your bullet wound in the arm if you like. I get $1 million. Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, as long as my mom can retire. Yeah, sure, you can shoot me. It's fine.
But it would definitely be like that. Like that would for real be a thing.
Oh yeah, especially in Texas.
And this little like village. I don't know. This little like town kept moving from place to place all over the states, and they would just like settle a new town quickly and be like, "Yep, we're here," and then all of a sudden leave again. I thought that people would kind of like catch on to that. I don't know. Like,
wait,
a whole
did they
town,
move the town?
Yeah, like that was the thing is like this whole town was kind of like in on it, and they knew about this guy's abilities, but they would like move the town from place to place every like decade or so.
Huh.
I mean,
was it decade?
I don't think people would get onto it as much as you think they would. At least definitely before the internet age, no one would care. No one would notice.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Especially of where they are in Texas, no one would care. No one would notice. It's one of those towns that the only time you would go through is if you had to do a gas station stop. And so, especially before the internet, no one would notice or care. You could argue with like more nowadays, like more modern day, that like
Yeah, I guess.
people would notice more often. But definitely before the 90s, no one would notice.
But it was also a town where it's like you're in Texas and the like foliage of the town and like the atmosphere was so different from like the outside of what was within the town,
Mhm.
right? Like they had like different plant life in the town that's not even supposed to be there and things like that. So I feel like, well, I guess if you just drove through it, it wouldn't really make a difference. Like you probably forget about it after you left.
Yeah, I got the vibe. It was kind of one of those. They have a lot of those here, where it's like you just go to a gas station, you stop there just to get gas, and you leave while you're going in between the big cities. It's not a place to really stop and stay at, especially because you don't want to because reasons. But
Yeah.
that was the vibe I got from it.
What do you guys think of the
Oh.
what was her, the chick that the like medium but like the fake medium that had like the show?
In the
Oh,
Whispering
yeah.
Door. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of her? I thought she was
It was
ridiculous.
interesting.
No, wait, was it someone with a show in this one?
Yeah, there was another one. Like there was
Oh my god, was there another one?
there was the medium that like went to the car crash site
Oh, yeah.
to like do her little show thing. And then they were like, well, screw this lady, we're bringing in a real medium. And then brought in his aunt to come help.
Huh.
Just forget the whole character.
I forgot that as well. So yeah. Maybe I should have reread the book before the live, but I didn't have time.
That's fair. That's
It's
fair.
all good. These little things are coming back to me as we're talking about it because like I forgot.
Oh yeah, they go like, remember this random part?
Cecilia, like, wait, when did you finish the book, Cecilia?
2 weeks ago. I finished it a little late. I won't even lie.
Okay.
I
Someone
finished it at
said-
the end of December.
That's what I thought about vampires were doing at first, that they didn't want blood, they were just sucking the life force out of people. I think I thought that too, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
The cool people's town is like the night circus. True, they move
Don't
around.
remind me of that terrible book.
I liked it. I
I've never
liked
read that
it.
book.
Probably one of the worst books I've ever read.
I've heard so many people say it was amazing, so now I'm like, oh.
I can't think of like one redeeming quality of the book. Not even
The
the writing.
writing, the
It was bad. I didn't like the writing.
atmosphere.
The writing was so like the writing. It was one of those books where it's like I feel like there was flowery writing to distract me from how bad everything else was.
Wait, have you read A Starless Sea?
No.
Okay, because I like that more.
Okay. Maybe I should read it and
Yeah.
I'll give it a 2,
Yeah.
not a 2.
That is also gay.
Is it gay?
But like,
Really?
yes, it's gay.
No one's told me that was gay.
And it's also a black main character.
Maybe I'll read it.
Maybe we should read it for Facing Gays. Have you read it, Erik?
No.
I'm down.
Okay.
Okay, anyways.
Anyways,
We were saying.
wouldn't the people living in the area notice they're commuting or whatever, and then suddenly, wait, there's a town here now?
I
Yeah,
feel
true,
like,
maybe.
was that? I can't
Yeah,
remember if that was
that's kind
explained
of
or
like what
not.
I was thinking too. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
assumed there was like magic going on.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
people like in Night Circus didn't care that the Night Circus was suddenly there and disappeared, so people are kind of just like, eh.
Yeah.
Besides, a lot of people like don't care that much about things around, and they only care about themselves. So like,
that's true.
humans are pretty much like, oh, this store closed. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like if I found out
Yeah.
there was a town that was like about like 10 miles from me and like it just like I didn't hear about it before, I wouldn't even question it. You know what I mean? I'd be like,
Yeah.
makes sense. I just don't know about my surroundings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm itching a lot. Maybe like one person is like curious, and then the one person will just eat him.
Yeah. Everyone would be like, nah, you're just wrong. Everyone starts gaslighting the towns around them. They're like, no, they've been here the whole time. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, sign me up for Star of the Sea.
That'd be fun.
It's like one of my favorite books. So if you don't like it, I don't know what I would do.
Uh-oh.
But we
That
have
was interesting.
But we have really same taste normally.
We do, and then there's sometimes we have very opposite tastes.
Yeah.
It really depends.
Yeah. I don't know Erik well enough yet to know if we have the same taste. But we all felt the same about Under the Whispering Door, and it seems like we felt the same about Elatsoe. So yeah, we need to get like one everyone hates or something.
We need to get one of my tried and true 1-star books on the show. It always happens once a year, and I'm wondering what 2022's will be.
Yeah, true.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. I don't know, my taste is all over the place. Like I read like all sorts of genres. So
same here.
I don't know. I don't really know like how to classify my book taste.
True. It's really hard. I just read something and I think I will love it and it's like, oh, it sucked.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Or I read something and I think I'll hate it and I'm like, oh, this is kind of like...
it's kind of good. Like,
yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. So do we have more we want to say about the book? Like, I feel a bit lost. I feel like there's more we could discuss, but I just don't know what.
I can't think of anything specifically.
Yeah, I'm like running out of things to talk about this book.
I feel like we talked about a lot of it.
Yes, like we talked about the representation and the characters.
Talked about the plot, talked about the ending, talked about... I just glitched. Yeah, what you were saying.
I saw the die and the friendship. Like that's basically it. That's the book. But yeah, I think it had like some really nice parts.
Yeah,
like it was a solid book. Like I would recommend it. But I think I would like recommend it for like people who want middle grade.
Yeah,
it feels like a middle grade book.
Yeah.
So like
but
it's a good middle grade book. Like it's a really good one. So I think that people will enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel like I recommend this for people who either like kids who are in middle grade and are transitioning to YA. I think this would be a good transition book.
Yeah,
because it has some of those themes of YA, but it's still like reads a lot like a middle grade. So I feel like that good in between. So like someone who's like 14, I'd probably recommend this.
I agree. Where you guys said like that the stakes didn't feel high enough. Like I definitely I agree with that because like it didn't really feel like there were going to be like any major consequences for anything.
Yeah, like if this book didn't ending like kind of like pretty much a happy ending, I would have been genuinely surprised because I was like I felt like it was going in that direction of like we're going to defeat the bad guy and everything's going to be great.
I guess that's kind of what like I was missing is that like it wasn't like anything unexpected happened. Like it went exactly where you think the story would go. Like someone dies, she wants to investigate, she finds out who she stops them. Like that's basically it. But it wasn't like suddenly like a plot was being like but at the same time it had like the other parts to keep it going. So it wasn't a bad thing.
True. And I just realized I was reading the comments, that I didn't realize that this was Darcie Little Badger's debut.
It is.
I don't know why I forgot that info.
Darcie has another book, and I really want to read that because, like, I want to keep reading from the author because it seems solid. Yeah,
and like if this is a debut book, then that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
then you can only imagine their later books are going to be even better.
Yeah.
Is their second book a YA as well?
Sorry, that was a sound.
Snake falls to earth. Sounds like it.
It is young adult.
Yeah, okay.
And it's also queer.
Love it.
So I think I want to read it a lot. So I will put it on my list. So I will buy it soon. Because it seems really good.
I'll wait for your review.
You will.
I'll just text you and be like, hey, what did you think?
Yeah. And you still need to read your fave, Dowry of Blood.
Oh, yeah, you do need to read A Dowry of Blood. Have you read that one, Erik?
I haven't read it, but I've been hearing like people talk about it like crazy all over BookTube.
It's so good. You should read it. And it is queer, vampires. More, I would say.
So maybe it's another facing gaze pick.
It's kind of like a horror. It's more like on the horror side, the more like fantasy.
But you should read it in October.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
I would reread, and then you see me come on fangirling about it. I'll be like,
No,
"Oh my god,
this is
like,
not
look
set
at
in
this!"
stone, people. Don't listen to us. We just like discussing.
We're just like throwing ideas out there. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll
like
just throw-
in
why
the middle
not?
of the live. We talk
You know
about
what
Twilight.
we didn't do this live though, which I'm surprised about.
What?
We haven't gone through and said how I would write the book better.
Oh yeah, we
what I
haven't
would
rewritten
do.
the book yet.
Oh,
we need to
yeah.
rewrite the book. We always do, but I
We
don't
always
want to
rewrite the-
rewrite it.
But I can't
Like,
even think of what I would do differently with the book. Like I can't think
Yeah.
of, other than like make the stakes feel higher. That's the only thing I would do.
But I feel like
Yeah.
if you make the stakes feel higher, it would be a completely different book. Like it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like it would be like you need to restructure the whole book then.
Mhm.
Kind of. It wouldn't be the same story.
Yeah.
So I'm
like
like
the ending
fine
would have
as
to
it is.
change a bit. I feel like
Yeah.
to make it feel like higher stakes.
I think if I could do one thing to it, I would make it so that when she wait, maybe this did happen. Now I'm like questioning if this happened in the book.
Oh
or
my
not.
god.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us
I was
about
gonna say, like, when she went to the underworld,
Mhm.
that she would like get to see her like great grandmother. But I don't know if that happened or not. Did that happen?
But didn't she talk to her?
I think
If it
she
did
talk to
happen-
her.
Then never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
She did, but I don't remember it being a big, huge thing, like moment.
No.
Yeah.
I think it was like maybe 2 pages, and when we were moving on.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, the pacing in the book was pretty fast sometimes. Like small things was explained. Like the portal thing was like 2 paragraphs.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
can easily miss things, but it works still.
Mhm.
But like for example, when we rewrote Under the Whispering Door, it was just like the book contradicted the message it wanted to give.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the problem with that book. But here it doesn't feel like that at all. Like I
Mhm.
feel like it.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense.
It
I
makes
understand
sense as
why
it is
was
on its
written
own.
like this.
Yeah. Yeah. So we don't need to rewrite it, which is at first I think in like a year.
Maybe in Faes and Gays history, because I can't remember a live show where we
Yeah.
didn't rewrite the book.
Me and Cecilia rewrote it like every live.
Every live we're like, this is what I would do because this was bad. Or this was great. Don't do this. You know, every time. I don't know why it happened.
Okay, so we've been at like 41 minutes, so we can talk a
Mhm.
bit about like the upcoming shit. And then we
Yes.
can all like
Yeah.
talk about the queerly read lately.
Yes.
Yeah, queerly yeah, either way. So for January, we are reading The Darkness Outside Us. January has already been, I am aware.
Mhm.
But by Elliot Sherifer, I don't know how to say the name. And the live will be a bit later in February because we are busy people, but it will be fun. So you still have time to read it and join us, even though it was a January book. Have you guys read it?
Mhm.
Have you read it, Cecilia?
Not yet.
I'm excited to talk about this one.
I'm really excited to talk about. I don't want to like spoil anything. Like
Yeah,
how
I won't
feel
say
now,
anything now, but like I am
but
excited.
like there's stuff to talk
I'm
about.
excited.
I have.
Yes.
I was reading it on some live sprints that I was doing on my channel, and like I had lots of other people in the comments that were like talking about reading this book too. And then I've had one person on Instagram that keeps messaging me being like, I read the book too and I want to talk about it. So when is this live show? So they're excited to participate too.
And well, we
Yay.
can announce it soon.
Yes, and the live show will be on Eric's channel.
Mhm.
Eric's channel, so it will be the first live for him. Yay!
Yes.
Yay.
Like first live for Facing Gays, not first live ever. That's what, you know what I meant.
I do
Yeah,
reading sprints all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for February, which we are in now, we are reading Sorrowland by River Solomon, and the live will probably be in the beginning of March, so you have a really good time to read it. I'm very excited for it. This one I haven't read yet.
I'm so excited for it.
I
have to
think
pick
I'm
that
gonna-
one up still.
What did you say?
Oh, I said I have to pick it up still.
Yeah,
Mm.
you better no. And then for
Threaten you,
March,
no.
we are reading The First Sister by Lyndon A. Lewis. Look at me being prepared.
I know you got all of them. You always do, and I'm
Yeah.
always like,
Yeah.
hi, I never have them.
Which I don't know anything about, but I'm excited to read it. It's very pretty.
It's sci-fi, it's sapphic.
Yes,
Yay.
it looks really good. I bought a really expensive hardcover because I didn't want the ugly UK edition because that was horrible. But this was expensive. So yeah,
How much was it?
like 20 plus bucks.
That's pretty
Books?
cheap for a hardcover here.
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say.
but like
Here, that
It
would be
says-
$30.
it says it's $26 in stores, but I didn't pay $26.
Oh yeah, here it would be $30.
But yeah, Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was more expensive because usually I think I pay like $15, so it's like 20
For a hardcover?
Yeah, online.
Oh, hardcovers are like
$30.
$25+ here all the time.
Yep,
But-
all the time. There's very rarely sales.
Yeah, but
unless it-
buy online. It's cheap there.
Yeah, that's fair.
even online, it's still going to be like that. Well, I can't get stuff shipped to this house because people steal packages.
Mm.
Okay, but I think maybe I'm converting wrong then.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe they're just cheaper in Europe.
No, because I literally whatever. Either way.
Well,
That's yeah.
yeah, because wait, what do you use for like money in? Do you use pounds or euros?
No, we use Norwegian krona. We use NOK.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We have
yeah,
our own
so
currency.
What the
because I know that like
conversion
euros and pounds are like for Canadian dollars to transfer, it's like 1.5 or no, I think it might be double. So
I have no clue what is USD to pounds.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Okay, wait, and now I'm gonna actually go and check how much it was because this bothered me now. Wait, I can just convert it. I have like the order here.
Nice. But yes,
Because now I
those are
feel
our
like
picks.
Yes, and we haven't announced the next 3 months yet, but we would do that probably like.
We could do
Like
that
a
the
fa-
next live.
I think we should do it in the Sorrowland live.
Sorry. Yeah. Which will be
Yeah,
at the
so
beginning
not the
of March.
next live.
Oh, yeah,
but the
so
next
yeah.
next
Yeah.
live.
So like
Oh
the
god.
Yeah.
I forgot which
My-
lives we're on for a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
we're
I
little
am.
yeah.
What?
There's a
Is it
FedEx truck
snowing?
outside, and we're waiting on a desk to be delivered to us, and I think that might be it.
Gotta
This
run.
room that I'm sitting in right now, we're converting this into like our little office space. So I'm excited.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
cute.
god. Well, why can't I find this book? I can't find my order. I'm so annoyed now.
I might mute myself for a second and go tell Marcus.
No,
This
you
makes
are
me super
A-okay.
excited. I'm just waiting
This
to see if it's like
live-
coming to me or going across the street.
This live is like a riot. Wait, I found the price.
Our lives are always riots.
That's what's fun about them.
Okay, so apparently it was $29.44 USD.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that makes a lot of sense.
So it was expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's about
Okay.
standard price. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
And I was like, that's more than I usually pay. But it was worth it. Because I wanted a pretty edition, gotta sacrifice.
Fair.
Oh, it is our desk. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. What do we do now? Flirt? No.
I mean, we can start talking about our queer book.
Yeah, true. Do you want to start?
Sure. I don't have it physically because I never do. But I'm currently I have it on my ebook. I have it on my ebook. And it's dead, so I can't show you. But I started reading this while on my flight when I was about to get COVID. But it was great anyway. It's called The Future of Another Timeline by Annalise Newitz.
Oh, I heard about this.
And yes, it's a sci-fi punk sapphic time travel book.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
And it's really good so far. I'm like 30% of the way through, but it has some good writing. It takes place like partly in the 90s where like our main character is like a teenager and she gets involved in a murder. And then after like a punk show. And then there's also her when she's older while she's time traveling. And the time travel stuff doesn't sound like convoluted or stupid or anything like that. It makes sense, which sounds weird because it's time travel, but it's very good so far. I'm really liking all of the punk 90s references, the Riot Girl references, because I really enjoy that kind of music. But yeah, it is good so far. I'm enjoying.
Yeah, so you're still reading it.
Yes.
Okay. So I have
You got like 7, don't you?
no, I have 2, but I think I'm only gonna talk about one.
Oh, we got time. You can talk about both if you want to.
It's actually my latest 2 reads, like my 2 latest books.
Okay.
And that is This Poison Art by Kaylin Bayron. Which have you read it?
No.
It's your fave.
I have not
should
read
read
it.
it.
I know. I'm a failure.
Which is
I
the
wanna read
author
it
of
soon.
Cinderella's Dad, which was one of our picks, like our first year. So yeah, we are recommending queer reads, Erik, just so you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so this one actually follows. I don't know how to say her name. Brice. It's like a Greek name. Erik is just murdering the sound
Yeah.
for this.
The little crinkle.
You murdered the sound when you did that.
Oh, did I? Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're
It's
good.
just funny.
They were all like tangled up, so
Yeah. It's like every time you put them down, they get tangled up. Even though you go for like 1 second and you just put them down, they get tangled.
I
don't
know, yeah. I
understand.
just took them
Sure.
off, and then I was like, they're all twisted. Like, what did I do?
Yeah. But yeah, it's a secret garden we're telling, and she's like immune to poisons, and then she also can grow plants and stuff. And then she inherits this house, which has lots of secrets, and it's like Greek mythology put in. And she's also like has this thing with this girl, which is 300 years old.
Oh, no, not the...
It has like really great parts.
Mhm.
Like I thought it was really fun, and like it was like a bit like what's it called, like a plot twist to it, and that was fun. And it's a sequel coming, and I'm very excited for it. So that was really good.
Is that the same person that wrote the Cinderella is Dead?
Yes, it says with big letters on the top.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh, yeah, I couldn't see
It's
that.
fine.
From this.
But
I didn't read that
Cecilia's
one either.
favorite book. So
It's not
you
my
should have read
favorite
it.
book, but it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, we read it for Facing Gaze.
Oh, nice.
Cecilia loved it.
I loved it. I read it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
In like
awesome.
it's the same year, which is crazy because I don't do that.
But yeah, then I have another recommendation, which is The Prey of Gods by Nikki Drayden. And this one is like a sci-fi. And I don't know how to describe it, but it's set in South Africa, and it follows like different characters that always go through different things. Like 5 different characters. And like I was thinking like at least 2 of them are queer. Yeah. So one of them is like love is his best friend, I think, and the other one is like really a woman, but I'm a bit confused about that whole part. But like, yeah, I think she's a woman, yeah, but like, yeah, people thought she was a man, different stuff, yeah. Either way, and then like they have different abilities, and then I like they need to use them because there's like this god is coming back trying to like take over, and they like fighting her, and then there's like also robots. I actually was kind of confused, but it was really good. But like I like the characters a lot. But yeah, I do recommend this as well. It was a bit weird, but like it worked. But it was weird as well. But yeah, what about you, Erik?
I'm trying to think of. Have I? What did I don't even remember what I said last time.
You
I don't
read
remember
like a
either.
Christmas story, I think, with 2 dudes or something.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
A Christmas story with 2 dudes. All right, I
No,
can't
it makes
remember that
sense.
one either. Oh, yeah. Sorry, no, yeah, I do remember that. That was the lights on Knockbridge Lane or something.
Yeah.
I guess this one I would say have you guys read Crier's War?
Yes.
Not yet. It's on my list though.
I did really enjoy that one. That one was pretty cool. I think it's more like a mix of like fantasy and sci-fi, because it has to do with like these people called the Autome. So they're like kind of like robots, but they need to live. Or in order to live, they need humans to like harvest this like material for them to ingest to live. So it's like I don't know. It's kind of like a mixture of sci-fi and fantasy, but I really enjoyed that one. I thought the like different relationships built in. I can't really I don't want to spoil anything, so like, it was cool. It was set in like medieval times kind of, and there's like different things happening with different regions of the area. So it's kind of like political too, but like political intrigue, like the good political with like different medieval kingdoms, kind of like Game of Thrones political. So I don't know. I really enjoyed that one. I have the sequel, which I think is Ironheart.
Yeah, Ironheart.
Yeah,
I read that too.
I haven't read the sequel yet, but I did enjoy Crier's War. I was gonna say Crier's Moon. I don't know why.
There's another
Is there
book.
one called Crier's Moon?
There's
Maybe.
another book called The
Maybe
Crier's
that's
Moon.
why
yeah,
it was, like,
I'm pretty
popping
sure
into
there's
my
a
head.
YA called Crier's Moon or something.
Yeah,
similar
same.
to that.
Oh, the Bone Crier's Moon. That's what.
Yeah,
we're thinking
yeah,
of.
that's
Yeah,
what
yes.
it's
I was like, I know there's one that has Crier's Moon in the title.
Yeah.
That came out like I want to say not that far off from that book as well, which really confused me.
Yeah.
The Crier's War is pretty good. I really like the like romance. Just enemy to lovers. And yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a solid book.
It's
I
one
think
of
I
the
like the
next
first
book.
book the most.
Oh yeah, it's one of the next books I'm picking up from the library, so that'll be fun.
The covers on
Yay!
those books are so pretty too.
Oh
Yes.
They're so pretty.
sadly, I don't own it.
Start owning books then.
I do. Have you seen my bookshelf?
You showed it to me before.
It is full. It is
Yeah.
full.
Running out of space too, so
I live
I
in
don't
a
have
studio
space either.
apartment, Sandra.
I do like I have like a rule now. It's like if I read a book and it's like 3 stars or less, then I unhaul it. So that's just like
But
I do
money.
the same thing.
But
Well,
money.
I'll actually do more that if I don't see myself rereading it in the future, so it has to be pretty much a 5-star or a really high 4-star, I get rid of it.
yeah, that's fair.
But like then you spend money on it, and then like
No,
it's
you
gone.
then you sell it. I sell it, so then I get the money back.
Oh.
I usually unhaul mine to our secondhand bookstore because when you bring books in, you get credit to use at the store. So like I get more books out of it. So
That's
like,
not a thing in Norway.
it kind of works.
That's so sad. No, I usually sell it online, and then that's when I can get more money than when I take it in store. So like online, I could sell a hardcover for $15. When I spent like $30 on it, so I at least get half off the price. Well, if I bring it into the store, the most I'll get is $5. So I get more money back.
Yeah.
Online.
I will. Yeah, the store, like I don't get that much return on the books I bring in, but I also like I have a little partnership at this used bookstore where they're selling some of my bookmarks there. So I was like,
Oh,
okay.
cool.
Oh, you need to tell people about the giveaway.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
For next time,
on the next live stream, which will be on my channel, I'm gonna do a little giveaway because StreamYard actually has like a giveaway tool. So what it does is if you guys like, I can set a word, and if you type that certain word into the chat, it'll like it won't randomly, it'll automatically add you into a giveaway, and then I can do like a random selection, and it'll go through all the people that entered and choose somebody. 1 second, I have the prize right here. I'm gonna try and try and not mess up the volume.
You're good. And we will also talk about it again on Twitter and stuff and the Discord to remind people
and stuff.
Yeah, to remind people that we're doing it because I would forget as well.
So because like this will all fit in the mail easily for me to send somebody, so like I think it'll only cost me like a stamp. But the winner, I'll give you guys the Penguin Modern Andy Warhol book. So this is just about Andy Warhol, and then there's a little rainbow colored skull sticker to go with
That's so cute.
I think I need to enter the giveaway.
And then a bookmark. These are bookmarks that I made.
Those are so cute.
Called Love is Love. And then on the other side it says time to slay these books.
Oh, I love that.
So yeah, this will be sent to somebody, this little prize pack
to the
for
US?
the next one. Yeah, I'll send it anywhere.
Bet.
So everybody can enter. Because
Erik is rich confirmed.
It's 1 stamp cost to send this.
Rich confirmed. Rich confirmed.
Rich confirmed.
Yes, you need to sponsor our club. Just give us all the books.
Oh my god.
But I also have these bookmarks on my website, so if you don't win it in the giveaway, you can get one there too.
Website?
Which is just
what is this?
breakevenbooks.com.
Get some bookmarks. Even though I don't need any more
blog.
bookmarks,
it's not really
I don't care.
Not really like a full website. It's like a blog, but
Erik is too fancy for us.
That's how I started doing booktube. Is I blogged about books first and just did basic book reviews, and then Marcus was the one that kind of showed me what booktube was because I didn't even know it existed. And then he's like, "You should be doing this. This is what you do, except you can just talk about them instead of having to write about it." And I was like, "Yeah." So
fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay, so Sarah said
awesome.
She read the Tea Dragon Society. Seems that I really want to read that. It's like a graphic novel.
I read
I've heard about that one.
Yeah. I've read another one from that author. I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't in that series, but it was really cute. It was also queer.
And was it Prince and Princess ever author?
No.
Oh.
And it talked about climate change.
Oh, okay. But
I
want to read
what
that.
It's called though. It had to deal with little had to deal with the ocean. And I literally can't remember what it's called. It's gonna bother me. But if you look at her discography and you see the ocean on one of them and a little girl who's orange, that's the book.
Yeah.
It was very good.
She'd be internationally be okay, that would just be your firstborn child and your life savings, please. This is true.
Yes. Oh, yes. It was Aquacorn Cove. Thank you, Sarah. It was Aquacorn Cove. That's what it was. I read it and I loved it. It was so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a standalone.
That's I really want to read the other It's by her. I read the Princess Ever After one, and that's so cute.
I know. I want to read the other ones from her too.
Okay,
Yes.
but I think we can
Awesome.
wrap it up. It's been like an
I
hour.
think so.
We
Mhm.
used half the time talking about Twilight, but it's fine. I'm just joking.
That's
But
fine.
thank you everyone for joining, and it was really fun. And we will see us next month. Wait, should we say the date now?
Yeah, we already pretty much confirmed it.
Yeah,
With
so
you
like
all.
the Darkness Outside Us Live will be the 26th of
February.
So in like 3 weeks. It's actually a long time until, but it's fine. It's fine.
We're good. You still have time to read it if you haven't read it yet.
Yes. Okay, so you see us then. I will write it in a Discord and we will schedule it soon.
And hopefully
Yes.
all our thoughts have not like drained from our brains by that time.
Yes. You have time to skim the book again.
Yes, maybe. I
Look
mean, I
up
think I
a
remember
spoiler
more from
review.
that because it has like a lot of like things you really remember.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Look up a spoiler review.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay.
beforehand.
Bye.
Bye.
I accidentally left instead of ending. Sorry, all. Bye.